Cancer, hello my darlings, how are you? Welcome to your reading for the week of the 25th of July 2022. I do hope this reading finds you well. I'm going to do a similar, actually exactly the same layout as I have done for the last couple if you have been around. Cancer, I think pretty sure you've had this in the last couple of weeks even too. You have the love card and the words on there are kindness, benevolence, sharing and receiving. Now this is going to be one of the cards that sits in the center of your reading to give us an overall view or vibe or feel for or themes for the week for you. So Cancer, we know you know how to love. We know that great, big, beautiful, gorgeous heart of yours. So we will just see how it relates to the other messages coming through. So that card is from the Chakra Insight Oracle deck. And I'm also going to be asking for a card from the Goddess. Oh, sorry, I don't mean to laugh, Cancer. I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing with you. Because you have home. Sorry, this is from the Goddess Guidance Oracle card deck. So the card you have from this deck is Vesta, and the words are home. Your household situation is improving, either through a move or a healthy change in the occupants. So, and I did have a little bit of a chuckle, and I'm sure you understand why, Cancer. It's because we know that what is very important for Cancers is love, and this idea of feeling loved and nurtured and comfortable in the home. So interesting. Let's see what else is coming up for you. I'm also going to use a card from the original Rider-Waite tarot deck, and again, this is going to be in our central theme. So let's see what we've got. I'm being told that one. Thank you, guides. You've got the Seven of Pentacles. So this might be saying, Cancer, you know, you might be reassessing where you're at, particularly where this card says that there's this change in your household circumstance. So there may be a move or a change in the occupants. So it could well be that you are reassessing, you are looking at what is working for you. I'm going to put that in the middle of those two. You're looking at what's working for you. You're looking at what is worth holding on to and where you can maybe let go of something. So focus on what is working for you and let go of what is not. That's the sense that I'm getting, and I do feel like it could be in relation to, obviously here with this home card, it could be in relation to your home environment. So you may be moving home, you may be, as it says, changing occupants. And I do feel with this love card as well is that you are calling on your heart space to guide you, to help you to make these decisions of what needs pruning, you know, which weeds need pulling out. So you're going to really tap into your heart space this week and really let that be your guide. And, you know, if we tap into our heart and equally our gut instinct as well, you know, we really can't go wrong. Now, I normally pre-shuffle these, so I'm not sure what that's about, but hey, we go with it. So the rest of the reading, I'm going to be using the Tarot of Curious Creatures by Chrysanne. And we're just going to pull out a few cards which kind of fill out that story a little bit for us, and they will sit in particular positions in the layout. So that will help us to put the picture together a little bit more clearly. So the energy that you have coming into the week is the Two of Swords. So this tells me that you may be coming in to the week of the 25th. And also bear in mind, if you see this down the track, that the timing is also equally, you know, spot on for you. So it doesn't matter when you're seeing it. It will be relevant for the incoming week. So coming into the energy of this week, you have the Two of Swords. So this is a crossroads energy. You maybe feel like you don't know which way to go. You can see here that this creature is blindfolded and they've got their arms crossed across their chest. Now, interesting that the intuitive message that came through before was to follow your heart and follow your gut instinct, because when I get this card, this is probably the most, well, it is the recurring message that always seems to come through when I get this card, is to, if you uncross those arms, that allows you to open your heart space, and that allows you to make this decision where you might be in confusion, make this decision from an open heart. And then I do also say with this card, you know, it's the Two of Swords. So there's two different options that maybe you're deliberating over, but it's also about following. And as I said with this card, I do say open that heart space up, tune into your heart, but also follow your gut instinct as well. So the swords are about intellect and mind and wit. And it may well be that you're feeling a bit stuck here because you're too in your head about this decision. So the sense I'm getting is that if you can use those other two options of following your heart and your gut instinct, that may well lead you into opening up, which is the clearer space for you. So the next card out you have is the Queen of Wands. So I'll get all the cards out and then we will, I probably have started talking about that Two of Swords a little bit too early, but there are no right or wrong answers in these readings, you know. So let's see if we can get the rest of the cards out for you and then we'll talk about it in a little bit more detail. So as always, I have called in my guardians, guides, angels and ancestors who love me unconditionally and are of the highest vibration. I do invite you to do the same, but as part of my preparation for the reading, I have asked that you be connected and divinely protected in this reading as well. The next card out you have is the Ten of Swords. That's in the position of a surprise, a gift, or a strength this week. The next card out is going to be in the position of your health. This is the Five of Pentacles. And this is health in terms of body, mind, and soul. So it does cover all aspects of health. So health, as you're probably well aware, is not always about just physical health. I'm just tapping into... Okay, you have the Fool card is the next card out. So potentially a leap of faith here. So there is definitely this sense already that there's the endings of a journey, the beginning of a new journey, but you may be confused about which way to go. That's the immediate sense that I'm getting. You do have the Knight of Cups, and just the final card will show us the card or the energies that are taking us out of the week and into the following week. So let's see what our final card is going to be. Obviously, if we need to, we can clarify any cards as well. So you do have the Ten of Pentacles as your energy closing out the week, taking us forward into the future. So, Cancer, I do think this is all looking really quite good. If I had to say, you know, if there's any problematic cards there, obviously that confusion, you know, that can obviously be very challenging, but we've already talked about the tools that we can use to navigate through that confusion, to help to show us that clear path. The only other card that really does worry me, and I'm going to talk about the Ten of Swords in a minute, but the Five of Pentacles here. So this is a little bit, this, as I said, is in the position of your health. And this card, the Five of Pentacles, is that sense of feeling left out in the cold. It's a little bit almost, and it doesn't always come through this way, but for this particular card, there's a message of victim mentality coming through. There's a sense of this what about me energy that's coming through. So I feel like that this is not necessarily about your physical health. It can be a little bit, but there's still there's this sense of it's not fair. Like, how come other people are able to thrive or succeed with their health, be that physical, spiritual, mentally, emotionally, etc. So there's almost this sense of envy of how come other people are thriving and I am not. So that's probably the only kind of sticky, uncomfortable energy that I am getting there. What's good about tarot is that we can see these cards, and it gives us an opportunity to look at what potential triggers might be coming up for us, what potential themes or broken records might be going on in our head, and how we can possibly move forward and navigate our way through that. So if we can understand, and I'm not going to lie with you at all, but you know, I've often sat in this idea of the Five of Pentacles, you know, and I'm sure you can all relate. We've all had issues with our health, whether it's physical, mental, emotional, and it is kind of easy to sit in that space of it's not fair, and you're looking out at all these other people around you who look to be, in inverted commas, succeeding, or you know, complete masters of their health or whatever it is. So I do feel like this is an opportunity for us to look at that patterning and say, actually, no, that's enough. Like, no more. I want a new start. I want a new beginning. I'm going to put that old energy behind, and I'm going to embrace this new beginning. Now, I did want to talk about the Ten of Swords as well. So this can sometimes be a card that people, you know, are a little intimidated by or don't like. I actually, you know, I was going to say I almost quite like the Ten of Swords. I'm not going to say that. I'm going to take that back, because it is painful. It's an extremely painful journey that you've been through. You feel like you've been literally stabbed in the back by 10 swords. And so whatever you've been through that is initiating this new start for you has been extremely painful. But the upshot of that is that, you know, it is a complete ending. So there, you know, the 10 is the end. There's nothing past the 10. So it's a complete ending, and it does allow you this opportunity to take this new leap of faith. Now, as I said before, I do believe that you're probably a little confused about which leap of faith you want to be taking here. So you may have one of two options. But as I said, if you want to tap into that idea of opening your heart space, tapping into your gut instinct, and, you know, allowing your heart, allowing love to show you which is going to be the best cliff to jump off. Now, I don't often talk about the reckless side of the Fool, because I guess it's my nature to just find this cliff and jump straight off. So, you know, I often don't see it as an issue, but for some reason there is a message coming through, is to maybe consider what safety nets you have. Okay, when you do make this leap of faith, maybe just make sure you know how you're going to land. You know, have you got a soft spot to land? You know, have you thought about where you go after you do land? Have you got someone to stay for the night, you know, that is safe? Where are your clothes? You know, so there's these kind of practical elements, which, as I said, I don't normally kind of think that way, particularly with the Fool card. I normally just get so excited that it's a new beginning. But for someone who's watching who is starting this journey, there may be some sort of requirement to put some practical plans in place for what happens when you do take that leap. Okay. So I am jumping all over the place a little bit here, but I'm going to just go with it. As I said, it is what it is. You do have the Queen of Wands. This is in the position of obstacles or blocks. Now, I wouldn't necessarily see this card, obviously, as an obstacle or a block. The Queen of Wands is someone who is extremely passionate and confident and assured, somebody who really knows who they are. You know, you can see all the yellow in this card, the yellow and obviously the sacral chakra, you know, somebody who's very passionate, creative, somebody who knows, as I said, knows who they are. So I wouldn't necessarily see this as a block. However, there is a sense coming through that this could actually be a person coming through for some of my Cancers who does who does maybe put that obstacle in place for you. So it may be someone that you are who holds this energy, and it doesn't have to necessarily be a female as such, but it has that feminine aspect. Somebody who maybe I feel like somebody feels a little intimidated by the power and the strength and the assurance that this person has. So there is this, the thing that's coming through is that, can you, instead of seeing this person as an obstacle or a block to you this week, can you work with their energy and their passion and their wisdom to kind of show you the way? Don't be so intimidated by how they come across, but try and see the lessons that they can possibly teach you this week. I'm not sure why that's coming through. It's a funny message to come through for that card in that position, but it is potentially the message that is relevant to maybe some of my Cancers that are watching. If we take that completely out of the position that it's in and we take it in line with the rest of the reading, now I've got a very itchy ring finger, okay? So it may well be, this is a little off track from the Queen of Wands, but or is it? But yeah, very itchy ring finger. So maybe there is an engagement or a proposal, something like that that's coming in. We do have that love card, the home card. So there may well be this change in a romantic environment for you. You've got this Knight of Cups. The Queen of Wands is, you can't argue that she's incredibly passionate and strong and, full of that love and vigor and excitement, and if it is a new relationship that's coming through for you, obviously that's a good energy that you want behind it. And it may well be, if it is a new relationship, that you may be relating to this Queen of Wands as being yourself in terms of that energy that you are feeling or putting out to the world, or it could be the person that you're in a relationship with. And the other person in this relationship may well fit the energy of the Knight of Cups. So this is someone who comes in obviously very romantic, very, it's nice with that love card there, because they're somebody who really does know how to open their heart space, and they're not afraid of sharing and showing the world their love and kindness and opening their heart space. I'm getting the sense that this is someone who, this Knight of Cups is someone who walks through their life leading with their heart space. They are someone who walks down the street and everyone calls out to them and is happy to see them, and everyone knows their name. And that's the sense that I'm getting. And so they are somebody who's very much open-hearted and literally lead with their heart. I feel like it's almost like their heart is on the outside of their body for everyone to see. And yeah, so that could well be these two energies coming together for this love, this change in environment, this change in home, this itchy ring finger. So obviously this new start, following up with obviously, and again, the Ten of Pentacles. This is happy life, they say happy life, happy wife, but however it resonates, it's, you've got everything that you want. You've got that happy home. You've got all the resources, whatever that is for you, whether it's financial or, support around you, time, love is a resource. So you've got an abundance of these things. And so really it really is a great reading. As I said, the only two cards that I really have any concern, I guess, about is that Five of Pentacles, that idea of not being where you want to be in terms of your health, and this Ten of Swords. So I'm not worried about this Ten of Swords because I do feel like this is in the past. All of these other cards are telling me that that this Fool card particularly, that this is a new start that will end up in your Ten of Pentacles. Now, if this is if this is a relatively new change in your home environment, maybe your love, something like that, you're obviously not going to get to the Ten of Pentacles, the happy ever after place by the end of the week. So this energy, as I said, is the energy leaving the week, but also taking us forward into the future. So it may well be, obviously not next week, but it could be something that, 3 months, 6 months, a year down the track. It's something that has potential, the possibilities to lead to or end up in this place. Okay. All right. The only other thing I do want to say is this, I'm coming back to the Seven of Pentacles. I do feel like you've worked very hard, and I feel like you are going to be rewarded for the hard work that you have put into. And there's a definite sense, and I just can't come past this idea of love and home. So you put a lot of energy into the idea of having love and a secure home in your world. So you are going to be rewarded for it. The 7 it's towards the end of the journey. So you've gone through the sticky 5 of Pentacles, to be honest. I do feel like this is just a small aspect of what's going on for you. As I said, it's sitting in the health position. So it may be just even like 1 or 2 small health issues that are just kind of niggling, and we have already talked about that. So, but in general, because this is the overall theme, I do feel like you're on the way to success. You have already got, you've got 7 Pentacles. So you've already got a good harvest there. It's just that you're just going to fine tune and work out how you can turn that 7 into the 10. And I know that you are going to have the capability and the wit to do it. My beautiful Cancer, I do hope you've enjoyed the reading. I hope it's resonated. And if it has, please do like, share and subscribe. And I look forward to seeing you next week. All right, my friends. Bye-bye.